Hi again, everybody. I just thought that since you didn't see the illustrations from my story properly, I could actually. And now I think now's the time for me to actually show you them. So here we go. Illustrations from The Dolphin Who Had a Mate by my dad. Starting off with the first page, we have our banjo recolor Tinjo sitting by the beach with his glass bag, waiting for a mate to show up. And we have Cratchers swimming underwater nearby a wrecked pirate ship. This is where Tinjo meets Cratcher. Most of these early pictures of Tinjo were actually taken off from Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge's official artwork. That's the quote-unquote Squiddy over there in the background. And then there's the pirate Hippo Scouts and their boats. Their names are literally written on their boats. Then we have Slippery the Snake, who's... Well, the sizes in these stories are not usually very consistent. As you can see by the tree next to him, he's supposed to be giant. And there's Tinjo with the golden egg that he actually gave him. And yeah, Nudgy's literally a recolor of Crocodile Banjo, as I've actually mentioned before. And Tumjo the turtle's literally tanked up. And we never see him again after this page, as far as you can recall. I mean, you must all. Oh, it should have been we must all go to the mountain. Yeah, and for a sick baby monkey, he seems very, very happy. He cuddled up with his mum, named after Vicky the babysitter from Fairly Odd Parents. She doesn't really look that much different from Buzzy. I mean, Honey. Oh, God. Gosh darn it. Sorry, I spat on my camera. Who she's based on is Honey Bee. To be fair, Honey Bee wasn't even that much of a character. That's why I usually keep getting confused between Buzzy Bee and Honey Bee. Anyway, you can see that they have twos on, meaning in Grunty's Revenge it actually means it doubles up your health. Yeah, he's a dolphin and yet he's small enough to actually fit inside of that glass bag. These sheep right here, based on the bleatus from the Cliff Farms level in Grunty's Revenge as well. And the literal recolor of Mumbo Jumbo. Aside from the seal over there, Himmy and the 4 dinosaur babies are actually original. I say, hey, the seal there actually has Bottle's ancestor's face on the body of a seal. And there's the whole gang together. Cheap knockoffs. All of them. Even Cratcher. Father Fwog. The tadpole eggs don't actually look like that. Not even if they were tropical frogs. It would have made more sense if it would have made more sense if they were underwater. As Dad said, we were doing these stories as practice. A tiny door right next to a tree that leads inside with a mountain with a giant red egg based on the Stop and Swap eggs. There's the polar bear, and then there's the turtles with the dual crocodile. The walruses and the baby polar bear cubs. And he's not really much of a plant eater if he's got those teeth. Then the slipper again, but the egg's actually much bigger than when Tinjo actually gave it to him. These stories are riddled with continuity errors. And then here's the camels, not very interesting at all. There's Tuesday the kangaroo with Pongo the dingo and Kowo the kiwi. Right next to that tree who's a knock-up of the tree from Banjo-Kazooie, but without that hat that they wore. Yeah, again, why did we make him white? Yeah, and oh yeah, some of you probably wouldn't have actually seen the videos that I had posted on Facebook, so considering they were longer than 10 minutes, and better hurry up now, since unless I prove that I'm not a robot, I can't actually post videos over 10 minutes. And trivia time for this mummy character, I kind of gave him my name later on. We called him Aiden. These are the ghouls I actually designed and Dad drew the illustration of when I was in school. That Paul Wolf's the pumpkins, he pieced the Nappa rip-off. Gaston's the Motson knockoff. Your mum's that other mummy. That's Skull Eye and there's Ghoulie. Ibu's actually my favourite, personally. He's literally just a balloon with one eye. That's Burgloo Bendy over here. There's New Squeak, Mother Penguin, and the Shadow of that Witch. There's Ono Bono, right here. The toilet with the baby whale stuck inside. Tinjo trying to pull it out, giving him that Paopu fruit after the whale was rescued. Throw him to the pool! Out of context. No, but Mrs. Malasaurus crying for her babies. Buzzy Bee finding the babies. Unimportant villain. Moving on. Ono Bono and his dinosaur. The Stegosaur. It's also based on an enemy from Banjo-Kazooie. Tooty Tooty using his magic, even though he could have used his wand as well. Or Nudgy could have hatched the eggs. And yeah, Anne's very clearly a rip-off of Tooty. Yeah, it's a fun bit of trivia to point out that originally Banjo was supposed to have a girlfriend, but she got turned into his sister instead during development of the original Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, Terry the pterodactyl. Dippy the Diplodocus, named after Bart Simpson. Tinjo with the heart after the babies were hatched. Yeah, it took me a while for me to figure out that I needed to use the eggs to actually grow, or the flower from Click Clockwood. And also inspired by Igobi using water to grow the flower. Yeah, a camel in a woodland forest is actually very strange. Rabbit in the Bays. The Naughty Frog rip-off, tormenting Tuffy the Dragon. It even has a Naughty Frog, well, I don't even know what that is on his magic carpet, but it is based on the Crazy Frog. He's getting arrested for being naughty instead of doing something much worse. Disturbing the peace, I think more. Yeah, in later illustrations, the characters become more off-model. Organ the beaver. He could have just climbed into his dam. And all the food and eagle. Squirrel. The seal shows up. And I think that should be it for part 1.